What are you doing in my swamp? What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogreboy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2008 movie Prom Night. This is a loose remake of the original 1980 movie. And really, the only thing that this movie has in common with the original is that it's set during prom, and it has it's a stock slasher movie, and that it has the same title as the original movie. That's really about the only thing that this one really has anything to do with it. It's pretty much just another standalone movie for this franchise. It's directed by Nelson McCormick and written by J.S. Cardone, and this movie follows Donna Keppel, who at the beginning of the movie watches her teacher kill her mom. She had gone out to the movies with her friend, and while she was gone, her old teacher, who has an obsession with her, killed her brother and her dad, and he kills her mom right after she gets home when she's hiding under the bed. And I gotta say, this movie is pretty crazy. Like 3 years after this movie, or after the events of that, she's slowly starting to move on. She still has problems with PTSD, and she goes to she's getting ready to go to the prom, and we find out that her teacher escaped from the insane asylum that he was in, because he didn't get put in prison. He pleaded insanity and got put in a mental institute, and they're having their prom at this big hotel, and her teacher follows them there, and he's killing off random people during prom night while he's waiting to get to her. So that's pretty much the story of this movie. I gotta say, when I saw this movie back when it first came out, like in 2008. I rented it at the Redbox, I think. And I was hugely disappointed in it. I thought it was one of the worst horror remakes I had ever seen back then. And then I rewatched it now, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a lot better than I remembered it to be, and I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I thought Brittany Snow was great as Donna. I thought she fit the role really well, and she did a really good job making it believable that she was suffering from PTSD and everything, and she was really likable. And I thought the other characters were a lot more likable in this one than from what I remembered. I don't know, I got the unrated version. I haven't seen the PG-13 version since then, so maybe the unrated version is just better to me. I'm not for sure. I don't really I don't think there was a lot of difference really between the two. I just really enjoyed this movie quite a bit. And the rest of the cast was all great, especially Dana Davis, who plays her best friend Lisa. She's just really likable character. She steals the scene every time she's on screen, and the rest of the cast in here is really good too, and everything. All of her other friends, they're played really well, and everything. And her boyfriend is played by Scott Porter. His name's Bobby, and he's a really likable character. He's not like this big douchebag character that they could have made him like that. But her other friend Claire, played by Jessica Stroup, is pretty good too. Like I said, all of them have really good chemistry. They all work really good together, and everything. Idris Elba plays Detective Wynn, and I was really surprised to see him in this because he's became really big since this movie came out. So I totally forgot that he was even in it, because back then I wouldn't have really known who he was. He was just slowly starting to make it big and everything. And I had seen Daddy's Little Girls, but at that time I don't think I would have really recognized him from that one and everything. But I was really surprised that he was in here. And Jonathan Skeech plays Richard Fenton, who is the murderer, and he's really good. He's like really creepy and psychotic, and he fit the role really well. He doesn't really talk a lot, but he just fits the part really, really well and everything. And I just really enjoy this movie. The kills aren't very good. I mean, it's still, even the unrated version, it has the PG-13 kills, so like the kills were not very good. I can't take up for that. But the kills in the original aren't extremely great either. They're not like super awesome or anything like that, so it's not really doing much disservice to the original movie, or really most of the movies in this franchise. They don't have the best kills, except for Part 3. I thought Part 3 had really great kills, but I thought this was a lot better than I remembered it to be. And there are some things that I don't like about, like, there's like a lot of things that are unbelievable, like the killer would be able to get by with killing a bunch of cops, and like the way he sneaks into the hotel and stuff like that. I just don't think that a lot of that stuff was believable. And like, there's a part where Detective Wynn passes him in the hall, and the killer's dressed up like a motel, or dressed up as in the uniform that one of the bellhops that he kills and everything. Like, it wasn't really believable. Plus, it didn't make sense, like, why he was wearing the bellhop's clothes when he killed the bellhop in those clothes, and it didn't have blood all over him. And like, some of the aftermath kills, like the blood looks really, really fake on some of them, and some of them look really good. But it just depends, really. But I really enjoyed Prom Night from 2008. I think it's a really good movie. It does have its flaws. It's not the best movie ever made, and the PG-13 rating does hurt it a little bit. However, I will say that even though it's PG-13, at least it has kills throughout the whole movie. That's one thing that the original movie didn't do that that kind of annoyed me. Like, because I love, when I watch a slasher movie, having a lot of kills and stuff. And the original one didn't have, it had quite a few kills, but it didn't really, the kills and stuff didn't really start hitting until the last act of the movie, like the last 30 minutes of it. In this movie, the kills are throughout the whole movie and everything, and like the whole movie takes place at the prom and stuff, instead of taking a few days before prom and stuff like that. So I really did enjoy this movie a lot more than I expected I would. And I actually am probably gonna have it really high in my ranking. But I'd give Prom Night 2008 an 8.5 out of 10. It's really enjoyable. Like I said, there are a few things like plot conveniences that were not really great, but for the most part, and stuff that didn't make sense. Like, another thing that didn't make sense was Lisa was wanting to be prom queen, and she has this rivalry with this other girl, and throughout the whole movie, she's talking about how she wants to be prom queen, and right before they are supposed to announce it, she goes upstairs to have sex with her boyfriend, which I thought that really didn't make any sense. Like, why would you want to take a chance of getting to be prom queen just so that you can go have sex? And, like, couldn't the sex wait till afterwards? I thought that part didn't make any sense. But besides that, and some of the other little things in the plot, I thought this was a pretty good movie and everything. But let me know in the comments what you think of Prom Night, and I hope you enjoy this video, and have a good day, everybody.